The crypto market is just starting to stabilize as we are starting to see green in the sea of red that was the top project's performance over the last weeks. It seems there's still time to go before we can sit and relax in the green pastures that we got used to seeing over the last few months. As I mentioned in past videos, right now is not the appropriate time to look for shiny new gems that have only been around a few weeks, as a strategy can backfire right now. So while the market stabilizes, we'll be taking a look back on a couple projects with an established track record and history. Find out if today's altcoin could be sitting pretty when this bull market peaks. Let's get it. Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, the hardest working channel in all of cryptocurrency. If you're new, hit that subscribe button and check the description for links you can use to connect with me and the Bit Squad. Alright guys, today we're going to look back at a couple of projects that have been working hard to develop real usable blockchain products and have survived or even thrived during this recent bear market. We did this recently with High Performance Blockchain, or HPB, which was first reviewed on this channel over 2 years ago. What really separates this cryptocurrency from other ones is the fact that you can take your cursor and put it in the middle of the pinwheel. This is a great example of a project whose white paper was so ambitious that some even questioned how they were going to achieve everything they set out to accomplish. Yet, 2 years later, they've actually delivered on the product they promised all that time ago while overcoming many obstacles and challenges, including a decimating bear winter. This is where we can start to separate the financial speculation we're all used to from the actual products and use cases of blockchain. Some people believe that the realization of these blockchain dreams will actually be the thing that leads projects into the promised land, where a use case can coexist with moons and Lambos. Another project in that same category is the decentralized internet's next big thing, Internext. Hey, that's their pun, not mine. Bad joke aside, let's jump right into it. Internext is a service that's existed since 2017, which is why we're looking at it now that we have the gem searching paused. Internext is a decentralized cloud storage and sharing service that offers end-to-end encryption, free licenses, open source protocol, and most importantly, is trustless. This means the privacy of the information is paramount to the project, and unlike services like Google Drive or Dropbox, you don't need to trust that any party will keep your data safe and confidential, which is what trustless means. The platform has a mobile desktop and web app at this time, with options for personal use and businesses catering to their needs. There are two different services the project aims to provide, Internext Drive and Internext Send. Well, Drive is already available, while Send is coming soon. Send it. Internext Drive is a zero-knowledge file storage service that takes advantage of client-side encryption, fragmentation, and distribution to provide top-notch security for all your sensitive material. Whatever it is that you guys want to keep private, your bank statements, business information, sensitive private pictures, or just photos of your latest vacation to Europe, back when we used to be able to travel without having to worry about dying for not using a face mask. Can you imagine going to the beach with a face mask? I guess you can't go to a nude beach with one anyways. By encrypting your data and fragmenting it, sending each fragment to a different destination for storage means that it doesn't matter if a malicious actor or your own dedicated NSA agent can get his hands on one of these pieces. They won't be able to get your confidential data. This, of course, comes with all the added benefits of traditional cloud storage software. Sharing and accessing your information globally and easily, being able to customize it, and backing up information that you don't want to be lost because your pet had the idea of peeing over your laptop. Some say it was instinctual. No, for real though, I know people who've lost their data in even crazier ways than that. The other service Internext is looking to offer is Send. It will be available in the future as it is currently being worked on. That's what the future means. Which, instead of storing the files indefinitely, will work as a protocol of file sharing, ensuring sensitive data is not compromised by packet analyzers or man-in-the-middle attacks, which is not a sexual position, but kind of attack used by hackers. I hope they don't use sexual attacks.
Shut up and get to the point!
Okay though. Enough about the technical stuff. This is what you are waiting for. Internext is powered by its native token, INXT. This token is used to pay for all of the services in the network, rewarding users who decide to host by sharing their unused storage. This is paid by the company, who uses part of their revenue to buy the token and pay their hosts with it, making it practically the same as having people using the services pay with INXT.
But BitBoy, that's just dumb. Why not charge an INXT?
Well, you see, not everyone is into crypto. Some people have not yet been enlightened by Satoshi's spirit and still cling to their fiat currencies. Allowing users to pay in cryptocurrencies and having the company acquire the token to pay hosts makes it easier for users to access the service and for people investing in the coin to have a constant demand for the coin. Hey, that's pretty neat if you ask me. Hosts can also gain INXT by hodling their tokens, as they'll receive a 10% increase just for doing so. With a max supply of 629,000 and the organic demand that's inherent to the network, it's expected for the value of the coin to grow as more users join the platform. The token can be purchased directly on the project's website or in a variety of exchanges like Uniswap, which should not be surprising. Also, thank you to Internext for sponsoring this video, but hey, this is a project I covered 2 years ago, so I've been interested in it for a long time. Now, back on August 22nd, the project launched a Uniswap reward program to incentivize investors to provide liquidity, distribution, and visibility within the community. They are offering a 5% INXT reward to investors who put their INXT on Uniswap. As simple as that, add your tokens to the liquidity pool and get 5% extra. This program will be running until the end of September, but sadly, it is no longer possible to participate as 21 days are required before qualifying for the reward. The project also joined Lanzadera, a startup accelerator founded by Juan Roig, one of the most important Spanish businessmen and the owner of Mercadona, which is pretty much the Spanish Walmart, which I may or may not have pronounced correctly. This was a huge announcement as it immediately affected the price of the token. Partnership will allow Internext to acquire extra funding over the next years, according to the team. Now, let's look at that graphic again. Do you see that first peak around August 30th? It corresponds to the announcement of the Uniswap reward on the 29th. It seems that each announcement this project has can make its value increase dramatically. If I were part of the team, my big brain move would be having new announcements each day. I think maybe they should hire Justin Sun, which might be a terrible idea, but as you know, I'm not a financial advisor and I'm not advising this project. Anyways, let's go look at the token's gains for the last month. The project has seen incredible growth over that period, and this is despite the drop that we've seen in other projects with the recent BTC crash and instability that ensued. After each correction, the price is higher than the original value, which suggests a trend. This is not just people pumping and dumping, at least so far. With over 15,000 active users on Internext Drive and 2 new services coming in the last quarter of this year and the first of 2021, I'm expecting this project to keep growing. I mean, it's already doing so. My dad used to say, sky's the limit, which is why I never became an astronaut, you know, but I'm a crypto YouTuber, which is about the closest thing you can get without going to space. But now it's your turn. What other blockchain cloud storage projects are you keeping an eye on? Do you think that decentralized cloud storage could be the next big thing? Let me know what you think down below in the comments section. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to smash the like button and hit subscribe to become a member of the Bit Squad. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed day. BitBoy out.